But I titled this Your Disloyalty, I mean, Your Loyalty is Not Working Out for You, or whatever I titled it. And this is why I'm saying that, right? So, you guys know I'm a self mastery coach. I created my own formula called the Sassy Method. And it is a formula that I got out the mud. I like to read. I've always been a reader. I've always been somebody who is very inquisitive. Can you hear me okay? Will you guys let me know in the chat that the sound is right? I back to using my Rode mic. But I'm very well read. I've always been a reader. In kindergarten, they put me in third grade reading. In first grade, they had me reading to the fifth graders. Like I've always been um okay, good. I've always been that type of person. So I'm very well read. I question a lot of things and I care deeply about life and freedom. And I titled this, Your Loyalty Isn't Serving You, because I wanted to give you an example, right? So my dad is a 20-year retired Marine. He's super Christian, all of these types of things. He and I are very different, but I also kind of grew up a daddy's girl. And if both my parents were in my life, I grew up with both my parents, and I was the type of girl who like wanted to please my father. I did not want to disrespect him. I did grow up with the right hand of fear in my life, okay? Like it was respect. I wasn't abused or, whatever, but I had enough respect for my dad, my mom, my parents, and my family to do the best I could, to not be embarrassing, to not mess up, if you will. And there was a lot of principles that my dad had that um I could see why he put them in place for raising three young ladies. However, there was a struggle in certain things. Like, for example, I wasn't allowed to listen to rap music, and I love rap. I actually became a rapper. Yes, I'm on tracks, Miss Exclusive. Like, I love rap. I grew up on hip hop and I had to sneak it for a season because I wasn't allowed to listen to it. And I get it, right? Like, it's not the kind of thing if you're a father and you're raising daughters, that's not the kind of music you want them to listen to. However, I love it. Okay. I'll spit flows in a hot minute. Everybody know who Miss Exclusive is if you were there. So me being loyal to my dad's ideas, he never wanted us to have kids outside of wedlock and all of these things. My dad has a particular set of values and standards that are amazing. But me not wanting to disappoint him, I adopted those as my own without defining what my values and standards are based on the self trust I have on who I am and how I can show up in the world. So, me being loyal to my dad's ideals of what's good. Am I doing good? Me, am I doing good? Like, I did this. Is it right? Is it You carry that until you don't. This is why I read, this is why I search, because there were so many things that were important to him that weren't important to me. There's so many ways that he did things that I would never do things, but I wanted to be loyal. I never wanted him to look at me like, the abandonment of it. So anyway, years ago, I was reading this book, and I highly suggest that you read it, called The Big Leap by Gay Hendricks. And he talks about the four upper limiting problems that we have. The four upper limiting problems that we have that cap us out. When I come to you guys in these shorts and I'm telling you about, you know, the things that you can't see. You're reading all the books, you're making all the money, you're doing a good job in life, but something keeps happening. These things, you still can't get there. And this was one of the things that I examined back then, and I wanted to share with you guys just to give you a little more insight on that. One of the upper limiting beliefs is disloyalty and abandonment. And if at any given time you are doing something in your life and you're doing it so well, but You know, your parents might not like it, your mentor might not like it, somebody that you put in high esteem, it might be in conflict with what they think you should be doing. Like if you marry someone that you know your family wouldn't approve of, you might be of a certain hierarchy, then you go marry a hippie. Those limiting beliefs, because you're being loyal to something that is not yours, causes problems in your life. It causes you to start arguments. It causes you to, and it's very subtle. And this is why I share this type of stuff, because most of the time you don't know you're doing it. Have you ever gotten a lot of money and been so excited about it, then the next day you have a huge dental bill, or you get in a car wreck, or you argue with a spouse, or the book talks about Christian Bale when he did Batman. It was like the biggest box office, da, 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 da. And then he went home that night or the next night to the hotel and got in a massive argument with his wife and mother-in-law or something like that. Please forgive the details. I'm just giving you the point. And ended up catching a charge. It's like you just experienced this highest, most bombest thing ever, and blah, blah, blah. And everything feels so good. Then you subconsciously go and mess it up because you have these beliefs that cap you out. I had to get over that. That's how I feel like I got even on Million Dollar Secret. For me to be on a number 3 globally rated Netflix show, I had to overcome one of my limiting beliefs, which was being disloyal to my family, to not being afraid to show up in a particular way because I know my dad won't like it. I am a grown woman, but if you don't realize those caps are there, you keep hitting them. And for a while in my life, it would hinder me from fully receiving and enjoying the opportunities I was getting because I was so worried about being disloyal and being abandoned for it, or somebody not liking it, and me not wanting, do you know what I'm saying? Mostly everything that people think that make you a success is worthless. Oh, for sure. I talk about it all the time. And we've collectively as a society gotten real comfortable. Oh, I'm going to buy her program or hire them, or they must be doing it right because look, they got the car, the makeup, the Chanel bag, that this and that. Then 2 years later, you find out they were scamming or stealing content or stealing because we've gotten this idea that and success looks like material when really there's so much more to it. And that's why I coach for people who know and understand and get that it's not that you can't have all of these things, but at what cost? And also, are you the type of person that can function in your reality at a high level day to day, whether you got it or you don't? Are you going to be okay? Who are you going to be at your lowest point with nothing? That is the measure of a man. Not to say you can't have the stuff, but we've just gotten so far away from it in this society. And yeah, I coach for people who care about that, because it matters most. Life fluctuates, things happen, and you've got to be able to ride the wave. And you really want to do so not only with integrity, but your own personal values, not the way other people think you should be doing it. That loyalty to other people is capping you out. When I was on Million Dollar Secret, I was like, I'm gonna be me. And there was a lot of people that didn't like that. There was a lot of people that didn't like that, and I don't care. Um, but that's the beauty of it. Can you do that? Can you have millions of people judge you, thousands of people constantly telling you about yourself, all this and that? Can you stand on your own in that? Or do you fold? Do you apologize? Do you backtrack? I mean, of course you should apologize if it's necessary, but I mean, can you stand in the fullness of who you are, how you operate, what your values and standards are, and be okay with ruffling feathers? A lot of people love to be liked, but you're capping yourself out at opportunities because you're loyal to not ruffling feathers, not pissing this person off, something, like I said, your childhood, the way your mother treated you, the way your father treated you. Oh, thank you so much. And you're missing opportunities because of that fear, because of that limit. And I have lived both sides. And I just noticed when I stopped worrying so much about what my dad would think and operated in my self trust. I know who I am. I'm good. I love you. Thanks for raising me. I respect you, but I am my own woman. You don't like the things I like. We don't have the same beliefs, but I can no longer live under the loyalty of someone else's parameters. I don't get to live my life that way. So any and every time do you know how many times this is not the first time I've been on TV. There's so many opportunities that I almost got, but I do feel like there was that cap, that limit. Once I blew it all up and moved on from that and felt safe being me and trusting that and having the courage to do so despite it all, my opportunities got bigger and they were allowed to be big. I had the space for it. My, my fingers, I'm a Gemini. I'm very like expressive with my hands. They say Geminis talk with their hands. Thank you. Oh, a hand model. You guys are so sweet. See, that is so funny because I used to be with this agency and I told them I didn't like my hands. Like, don't submit me for hand stuff because like yeah, my hands are my hands, but I feel like when they're in a certain posture, I get veins in them, and I thought it made my hands look really old. So I was like, I don't anything but hand modeling. See, and you guys are like, you should be a hand model. It's so funny. You see how crazy we are? We are so crazy. You guys are sweet. But yeah, I hope you're getting the message here. I'm very introspective today. I was going to like go to the gym, do all this stuff, but I wanted to come here and kind of expound on things because I really care about it. And if I care about people being free in their life, we have to. It is very important that we are who we were designed to be while we're here. If you're not doing that, what are you doing? If you're not being you here freely and fully, what are you doing with your life? That is just so confusing to me. You came here to go along with the get along? Who said? Who? Mm. Um, yeah, long fingers. So I'm 5'10", so thank God. Yeah, I do have long fingers. Hi, good afternoon. I have a potato head. Thank you so much. A cute potato. I love potatoes. Actually, you know what? I'm about to make some potatoes and eggs for breakfast. Um, living a lie. Yeah, people are, it's so easy to do. Sometimes and that's why I'm a self-mastery coach. There's a lot of things I have personally mastered, personally seen change in my life because I was willing to get it out the mud. I was willing to put in the effort. Guys, I've been on my face about things. A lot of the times, I'm sorry, people think I don't go through anything because I'm well spoken or I live well or, people think I'm beautiful, all this. Like, baby, everybody goes through the same human problems. You know what I mean? I don't have love interests lined up at my door. My love life isn't perfect. I struggled with a lot of things. Like, we all have to fight for it. Do you know what I mean? And that's just something that's been very important to me. I, in middle school, those are your formative years and you start to like boys and notice what you look like and all of this stuff. I realized I was like, oh my God, well, I'm so tall and I'm so skinny and guys like that and the boys want that and I don't have any boobs and I don't, that's when I started looking around and comparing myself and I was just like, well. And I remember literally being in middle school and being like, I'm not gonna, I have to sit with God doesn't make mistakes. There is no way I can contend with having hair like this, height like this, boobs like this like this, but you will forever be stuck. So I'm sharing that to say, understanding that at such an early age gave me a completely different outlook on the world. It became very easy to see where we fall into narratives and forced lanes when I had already chosen, like, I'm not going to go with that. I'm going to examine and ask why everything I hear, everything I see, because people are telling me this is beautiful, this is what should be, this is what, and I'm not that though. And I actually don't like that. And I don't want that. And God doesn't make mistakes. So why would they want, why is everybody saying you gotta, your weight has to be like that, or your skin has to be like that, or your hair has to be like that, or, so out the gate, I've been a rebel. Always asking why. Um, don't take crap from anyone though. I don't. Comparison is the thief of joy. Yes, and you know why I believe comparison is the thief of joy? Because of everything that I'm sharing with you. Our authentic selves want to shine. When you are repressing yourself, you are depressed. And that's why comparison is the thief of joy, because you the highest version of yourself, like, but I'm here and I have these gifts and this is my beauty and this is who I am. Please, like, let me out. Why you want to compare me to that? Some people, I grew up a military brat, so I grew up around a lot of diversity. But it's like, there was, when I got out of that, I lived in California. I lived in Hollywood, straight up in Hollywood. For a long time, I was in Hollywood. And I was dating a guy, and he was so obsessed with like mixed women. I'm not mixed, I'm black. So it's like, you thank God I had my own, because how do you contend with everything you're not? He likes mixed women, he likes light women, they like people with long hair, they like people with short hair, they like people with a little meat on their bones, they like the then I'm in the modeling industry. Yeah, skinny. I was already skinny. Well, if you want to be here, you gotta drop 10 pounds. That everything is always baby, you're not gonna please them all. So I decided I am just gonna be the best with what I got. The way I like it, the way I want to do it. That's it. That's all. There's no other way. What is the other way? How many hoops are you gonna jump through? That is very depressive. That's why people are depressed. What are you chasing? You know? I I stand with you. Right. Um, maybe he was thinking you were brown, not black. Either way, it's okay. He knew I was black. He met my family. We were together for a long time. But it's just, I just wanted to speak to the comparison being the thief of joy. And that's why is you have your own innate gifts, beauty. And this is why I always tell you about your own values and standards. Me living in Hollywood, I have the best body that I have. I don't have a BBL. I didn't get work done. I didn't do anything. Do you know how hard it is to be in Los Angeles, California and not look or be a certain way? I didn't, but guess what? I still walked in every room knowing I was her. Not because I need to be compared to anybody and not because I need you to approve what I look. I approve of me, babes. And do you know how many opportunities that afforded me? Because what's understood don't need to be explained. What you see is what you get. I don't walk with my head down. There is something about energy. And this is why I coach and this is why I teach people how to be who they are, because there's so much value in opportunities. I will be me. I know that's right. What happened? A lot has happened in my life. Goodness, you're gorgeous. Thank you. I'm not gonna lie, you do look brown. Thank you. I mean, I'm brown. I mean, I'm a black girl. I'm black, but my skin is brown. That is black, whatever. Um, so yeah, there is more power in you being yourself than adhering to beauty standards. Sure, that person might get more attention for whatever money, beauty. This goes for any and everything. A lot of us are performing out here and it's capping you out. You're not getting what you could get because you are operating under old fears and paradigms and trying to trying to cater to something that literally doesn't exist. The only thing that exists is what you say does for you. You got to trust yourself. Good afternoon, brown sugar. That's cute. You look like my baby mom. Oh my God. What's the thing in your hand? It's my mic. So I assume you guys can hear me okay. Nothing wrong with being strong and being you. You have said it best. That's right. How you doing? You look good. Thank you. Life is beautiful, your smile. Life is beautiful like your smile. Thank you. Yes, life is beautiful. Thank you so much. Hi. Yeah, so myself makes people uncomfortable when I enter the room, baby. I make people so uncomfortable. I really that used to hurt. I was so confused because I'm not here to hurt nobody, but you can't shrink yourself because people get jealous. I would never be the type of person to be like, "Ooh, I got haters. They're jealous of me." I don't think like that. But the reality is when you are set free, it's not about what I look like. It's the fact that I have the audacity to walk around here free and full. I don't do anything to appease anyone else. That makes people jealous. And this is why I do the work I do because you deserve the same. I'm not trying to I ruffle feathers, honey. People do not like it. Um, is that your real hair? It is today. Are you single? Yes. I would never let you go. I know I hear that a lot, but you know what? I've had, gentlemen express their regret, but that's the thing too, right? Chaos. Men and women, they say they want a good relationship. They'll be in the relationship and they know they'll have something good. But this is what I started this chat with. We have upper limits. If you've only allowed yourself to feel so good and it's right here, when you start feeling really good and your life is just oh, and you've got it all and the good level goes here, if you are not aware of what's running underneath your surface, you are going to bring your life back down here. You're going to fight with your woman, you're going to leave your woman, you're going to cheat on your woman, you're going to pick arguments, you're going to stop doing stuff because you only know how to live here. This is why I coach. You deserve to be here when good things happen. And we all do it unbeknownst to us because we are stuck in subconscious habitual behaviors we cannot see. That's why I say get you a coach like me because you deserve to have the woman that you love. You deserve to have all of the money that you've earned, all of the, you know, um, that's why I'd rather just be friends instead of lovers. Oh, I'll be a lover any day. Lovers and friends, right? I grew up in New York, New Jersey, and when I'm in these corporate spaces, I see the nervousness. The dudes be the funniest. I don't want their office wives. That's a bunch of people that see that stuff don't got nothing to do with you. You got to let it. Guys, I was on reality TV and I was being my true self. Some people are so mad at some stuff, but I don't care. Because I know I was being true to me. You have to know so much about yourself and what you're doing and saying, and not to be malicious or hurt anybody, but we got to stop conforming. All of the conforming that we're doing is what's messing up the planet. Who told you you need to be and do things one certain way? We all holler about how we want authenticity. Then when somebody does something that makes you feel uncomfortable, you mad. Why are you mad? You should focus on building your life and not what people think of you. Everything I noticed about what you're saying is that you focus on other people and how they feel about you. Yeah. Forget them and focus on building your life. Well, yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. You emanate light. Our body's possessed by light. You don't need to be on YouTube. You need just live a perpetual smile and do. My nickname was Sunshine growing up. I'll take the knowledge that you have to give so I can learn and grow on my own. And then maybe one day I'll be on the same level or the same way you ate that you are on. I call that, is that called self-sabotage? Yes, Roach, it is self-sabotage that I'm talking about. You know, we sabotage ourselves a lot. And a lot of times we don't know we're doing it. And this is why I coach. I love to sit with people and really pick these things apart because once we get to the root of it, you don't do it anymore. And I've done that for myself. I 100% agree with you. You're so intelligent. Thank you. I pray you find the strength to find a job and contribute to society. That's what I'm doing now. Can a relationship happen naturally without any questions about it? I love your nails. I'm so There we go. Don't forget what people do and what they have. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Forget what people do and what they have and focus on yourself. I do. I live my life that way. Way too much makeup. I don't, all I have on is a little bit of blush and mascara and my eyebrows are done. That's it. Um, oh, you look beautiful. Thank you. I like your energy. Yes, James Garcia student. I understand how old are you? Beautiful. Do you have a warranty on your fridge? Oh, I don't know. I'm just reading your messages. But yeah, guys, this was fun. I just wanted to come and chat today. I was gonna go to the gym. I haven't gone yet. I might still go. But I really feel like my mission is love and freedom. Any and everything that I've created have been based and rooted in those things because I deeply believe in that for society. I believe that is the beauty of being alive. Oh, Kenya in the house. I love that. Your outlook on things could help someone's perspective on things, Mrs. Alexander. Thank you. That is my goal. I just want to share. I really, like I said, I've been through a lot in life. I don't live a conventional life, you know. I've moved every 2 or 3 years since, from being my parents being in the military, and then I just kind of adopted that. I lead with my heart. I go where the wind takes me. I'm very unconventional, ask questions on everything. I care about my healing, but not so much so that I'm not living. I'm very much about, we deserve to live. I see so many people get caught up in heartbreak and habits and being miserable at these jobs and all of this stuff that is just sucking their life force. And if there's anything that I can share or guide or embody that would break you free, that's what I'm here for that. That brings joy to my life. Um, time for you to let me win you over. Um, I'm just looking at your oorah. That's right. My dad was a Marine, Semper Fi, baby. Oorah. My mom was in the Navy. Jesus will take everything. Just tell him about your problems. He will solve them. I don't know about that one. I have different thoughts about that. Even though I was raised Christian, I think Jesus is a great example of how to live, how to be in ways. Speaking about the military, my brother works for the DOT. High looking, aggressive, and focused. You're a great motivational speaker. You know what? I would love to speak more. I would love to speak more. I have spoken. I've spoken in schools. I've spoken in women's retreats, but I think it's time for me to get back into that in a particular way. Sometimes I get nervous. I get nervous. But you know what I tell people? I've been hosting and interviewing for God knows how long, but I still get nervous. Like you're gonna be nervous. Um, are you a man? No. If you can't tell, I don't know, that might be on you. You're breathtaking. Thank you. When I was in basic training, I told the drill sergeant to get out of my face. My dad was a drill sergeant. Get out of the rack. Get out of the rack. You work it, it will work. That's true. I'm working it. I am not going to back down on myself. And again, the stuff that I share with you guys and my clients is stuff that I've actually overcome, conquered, and studied in my real life. I think therapy is good, but if you don't have lived experience in some things, like I had this one therapist, honey, I was telling her about what I was going through. I felt like she did everything but get her popcorn because I felt like my life looked like a wild show. But she was younger than me. She married her high school sweetheart. She was a mom. She don't know about this life. My life is completely different than that. I moved to New York City by myself. I moved different. It's all right to be afraid. It is. One of my favorite quotes is fear is excitement without the breath. And I think somebody said Robert Heller said that, but I think it was somebody else who said it first. Either way, fear is excitement without the breath. So you just got to breathe through it because you're gonna get nervous. You're a very beautiful woman on the outside, but I wonder what your spirit is like. I think you can tell. I think it's time that we up our discernment to a level where we can tell what we're talking to, what we're working with, what's what. Because you're right. I could tell you whatever all day. I could paint my face and whatever, but it's got to be felt. You either feel it or you don't. That's on you to it's your job to discern that, right? I don't need to convince anyone what I am or how they should feel about me, and nor do I do that to others. I go by how I feel. Um, supposed to be. Are you talking about my hair? I wear my hair all different ways. My hair is protective right now, but sometimes I wear my afro. I do have an afro, and I'm not afraid of it. I don't hide it. I don't. Didn't y'all see me on $1 Million Secret, baby? All the hairstyles were showcased. I love me. Um, I can read you. Your life is well put together. You are the perfect woman. God bless you. Continue to keep doing great, and you look amazing with what you're doing. Thank you so much, Chaos. I mean, yeah, I appreciate you. My teeth are so white. Thank you. I have a very rigorous oral care routine. I care about my oral health. Hey, South Carolina. You are worth a sub. Thank you. Yeah, I really try to share everything that I share on here, whether you know it or not, whether it's something you heard or not, is when it comes to truth, you can't hear it enough. You know, you got to hear the good stuff all the time. We're going through this life, this earth, this country sometimes. It's wild out here. We got to, keep our minds right. If you cannot tell, I feel like there are so many people who seem to be under a psychosis of sorts. Like, we have to protect our minds, our hearts, our thoughts, and stay true to ourselves. To me, is the only way to thrive in all environments. What are you going to do if you go broke? What are you going to do if you get a lot of money? What are you going to do? Guys, I was not in the mood to remain in California because it didn't feel like it was fitting for me. So I picked up a couple of bags and I moved to New York City by myself. I did not know what I was doing, but I moved from the heart. I don't mind throwing myself anywhere, however, whatever, because I know I have enough in me to get the job done. This is how we have to be. We cannot try to avoid and let everything be contingent upon what's happening outside of us. We have the power to set ourselves free. We're designed that way. Being respectful, true. I be just in all you do. Where do you work? I want this job that pays me 1,800 a week, but I don't get to enjoy it because I work so much. Maybe I should be a YouTuber too. I think you should do whatever you want to do. And hey, if you take that, who do you want to be? What do you want to do? What is your zone of genius? What sets you on fire? That's the only thing that you should focus on. And if that includes taking a job for 1,800 a week temporarily, and you know it's temporary, give yourself a time limit, save what you need to save to go and do what you want to do. That's how I live. I'm going to tell you right now, like, people look at me and think I have it all the way together, and I don't know what that means, but I've gone in and out of corporate. I don't enjoy corporate, but you got to do what you got to do when you got to do it if that's what's on your plate. And then I continue to, I've been on my own since 19 and it always works out for me. Not a lot of people can say that. Not, I mean, it's not easy to just take care of everything all the time. Oh, okay. I wish I knew myself to be true to myself. Knowing yourself to be true to yourself that's the end all be all. Well, I am a self mastery coach, sassymethod.com. I created my own formula 1,800 a week. Yeah. Yes. How old are you? It doesn't matter corporate now. Robbed my first. I've been alone since 4.5. You trying to out alone me? But yeah, guys, this is fun. Even I needed this today just to come talk to you guys. I was reading, I was gonna go to the gym. I still might go, but this week I feel like there's a lot of changes and shifts going on, and I feel like I need to anchor in how I feel, what I'm seeing, what I'm hearing, what I'm feeling. Yeah, but I like what you said about knowing yourself. Know thyself. The program I created called Sassy Method. I'm Black. Self-love and mastery, accountability and alignment, spiritual wellness, supplanting, and your why. After 20 years, the first time I got my heart broken, you guys, it took me over 8 years to heal because I did not know how to heal. I didn't even know what was wrong with me. This was before therapy became cool and self-help books, like it wasn't a thing so much. We didn't even have Instagram. And so I really got it out the mud by trials and tribulations and reading and trying and asking questions and going through. And I created a formula to help other people get unstuck as well. This is a very real thing. Um, go for a nature walk. I might. Maybe I'll go for a walk today. I haven't gone for a walk in a while. And I used to do that all the time. So, yeah, you don't have to tell your age. Your locks are original. Copying Jesus, I see. I really do. It might sound corny, but I just want to like be a light and live in a way it's not even that I'm trying to live in a way that's inspiring. Like, let me try and be inspiring. I'm just being true to myself. And I really believe people deserve love and freedom. I believe that anything I do is going to stand for that. Love and freedom. You do not need to live in the confines of parental structures, societal structures, religious structures. And I'm not saying don't be a good person, but it's always a good idea to examine, like, is this really me or am I performing to fit in? Like, is this really me? What are my standards, my values? What is my role in society? What lights me up? If we're all as unique as a fingerprint, why are we all just following what people say we should do and then we feel weird when we're not doing what people say? And it's okay. You know, for a long time, I was afraid of being disliked. That also capped me out at opportunities. I was afraid of being disliked. Why? Now I dive into it. I am so okay if people don't like me. I'm still safe. A lot of the stuff we're doing is out of fear and protection. You, you're an actual soul sister. Thank you. You are performing. Yada da 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 da. Can you be my psychiatrist? I can be your self-mastery coach, sassymethod.com. And yes, I coach men. I love coaching men. Men, y'all need to be set free the most. Us women, I mean, I'm gonna say both because we each have our own whatever, but I love coaching men because y'all deserve to be set free. All of this, what society thinks a man is, and men can't this, and men, y'all need to set yourself free. My standards don't matter if I don't keep them myself. Correct. And that's where integrity comes in. Integrity, the second definition of it is whole, undivided. So that would be your own conviction. If you set a standard and don't follow it, you can contend with it yourself. That's perfectly fine. But at least you're not being fake. It's one thing to do better, but it's another to adopt a personality that's not yours and try to live from it. That's depressive. That's why people are depressed. You are beautiful and your hair is gorgeous. Thank you. We know Super Jamie the movie. I don't know what that means. Even though I was named after the bionic woman, Jamie Summers. Just keep giving her money for this. Keep giving me money. You are a beach. Yes. Sandy and deep like the ocean. Your teeth are so white. Thank you. So tell me, what are your goals and your plans for the future? Ooh, you're awesome. You're so cute. I don't know about that. She got fake locks. You know what that means? Super Jamie Lindsay Wagner. Super Jamie Lindsay Wagner. I actually know somebody named Lindsay Wagner. That's weird. But I don't know what you mean, Pierre. That's just the way it goes. You got some beautiful features. God created you well. Thank you. Pull it, I hate my life. Who cares? You look good. Thank you. You're well spoken and have a good vocabulary. What do you do? I'm a self mastery coach. I created my own method called Sassy Method. Can be found at sassymethod.com. It's an acronym for self love and mastery, accountability and alignment, spiritual wellness, supplanting in your why. I believe if in any situation you look at those things, you'll be able to figure out maybe where you went wrong, how to heal, how to change things, what you want to shift. Left after changing, singing them all, lotto, anyways, y'all. Well, you got it going on, girl. Keep at it. Thank you. I will. I will keep at it. Thank you so much. Because it's not always easy to keep at it, but I have made that commitment to myself, which is why I'm here. Do you guys, I've been posting every day for like 90 days straight, and I don't have millions of followers, and I'm not monetized on YouTube. I don't, there's so many things that don't appear to be working, but I am committed to myself. I am committed to sharing. I'm committed to consistency. You guys, I did an identity shift masterclass, which you can find here. And one of the things that I think is important is consistency. I genuinely think that's important, but I have the hardest time doing it. It is challenging for me. So, for me to say consistency is so important, and this is where the wins are, and then not do it, that's me being out of alignment with myself. So, that doesn't match the identity of what I say I am or where I'm trying to go. So, that's where I do my work because I was able to break it down like, hey, these are the things that I believe in that I do well. These are the things that I believe in that I don't do at all. Like, girl, step your game up. So this is me doing that. So thank you. Um, Michelle Obama, you fine. Thank you. I'm feeling real presidential. It's easy now to sign the chat. I know the chat. Actress with actually. Hi, lady. You look great, but you look like you could be my mom. No offense. That's okay. I don't take offense to that. So, funny thing about looking like somebody's mom, you guys, when I was doing more modeling and in that world so much more, I would always get booked as a mom. And I was like 21 and they'd be like, here, and then stick me with two kids. I was always the mom role. If you look up the music video, A Kid's Point of View by Dijon, Dijon. I'm in a music video with Flex Alexander, Flat App Flex. I was playing a mom of two. Some of these Walmart frames that you see in the store, you know, when you buy the picture frames, there's a little family in there. You might see me one time. I'm a mom of two. They always sticking me with some kids. I don't have kids, but I love them and I'm okay with the mom vibes. I'm a big sister, so I'm not offended by that. Well, I've got to get to work. Don't let the creeps get to you. Oh no, I'm fine, baby. I've already been on a number 3 globally rated Netflix show. Ain't no more creeps bothering me than having millions of people looking at you and talking to you. I can handle the YouTube chat. Thank you. I appreciate you. $1 million secret. Um, oh, thank you. I feel youthful. Are you born and raised in Houston? No, I was born in Hawaii and I was raised all over the world. I've lived in Okinawa. I've traveled a lot. I spent a lot of time in California, New York, here in Texas, all kinds of stuff. You're amazing. How's everyone's day going? Yes, how is everyone's day going? I don't even know why I answered that guy's question. You're absolutely beautiful and you have a great vibe. Thank you so much. Do you snore when you sleep? I don't think so. I don't know how I would know though, but I really don't think so. I'm not like a snory type person. Oh, San Diego. Oh my gosh. So I used to live in Grossmont Center off the 8 and Fletcher. I had such a beautiful time in San Diego. San Diego was one of my favorite places. I lived there too for a spell. Hi, I'm just curious. Is it a must to sleep in the same bed as your spouse or partner? What do you think? Firefly, that's a great question because I don't know. I'm not married, but I think the longer I go unmarried, I I've I've mixed thoughts. I've mixed thoughts. I think there's something sexy and spicy to still be able to like date your spouse. Like sometimes I think, can we have a house and then I have like my own apartment? Like I still want him to come pick me up. Don't need him to watch me get ready. And, how do we still keep the vibes if we're just underneath each other all the time? So I don't know. I don't know how that's going to go for me. I'm not married. I haven't met my husband yet, or maybe I met him and I just don't know better. But I don't know. I could see myself wanting to do things just a little different, just to keep the spice alive. I think people I don't know. I might need an arrangement. That's a great question, though. What do y'all think? Should you sleep in the bed with your partner? I think it can be beautiful and loving and powerful, but I also think maybe there could be breaks in space at times. I don't know. That's a good question, though. You excited about season 2? Saw they had a new cast. Yes, you guys, I was on Million Dollar Secret season 1. Will forever be the OG. Season 2 is coming out on Wednesday. I can't wait to watch. I'll be doing an after show so you guys can come here because we're going to be talking about the show. Me, Sydney, Chris, Kyle, that were on season 1 with me. We're going to be talking about season 2. Oh, you went to Grossmont High? That's amazing. I enjoyed that place. I would propose, but I'm falling asleep. Oh, what year was I in Grossmont? Probably somewhere around 2008 or 9. Um, if you can't share a bed, you can't share life. I mean, I'm not saying you can't share a bed at all, but like, you know what I mean? How do you keep things fresh? How do you keep things, spicy? They also say that women don't sleep as well when they're sleeping next to someone because we're always checking on you and worried about you. Like we don't sleep all the way. We're kind of like always making sure you're good. Never gonna meet him for real, for real. I hope you're not talking about my husband. I'm in New York all the time and I'm tired of this place. I'm getting the heck out of. I lived in New York and baby, I didn't sleep for 3 years. I had 8 jobs. New York is a place. I'm too tired for that now, unless I'm being completely luxuriated. Like, hello. I need the penthouse, a car. I don't know if I could thug it in New York like I used to. New York is a wild. I love New York though. Ooh, I had so much fun in New York. Oh, that's how you feel as well. Cool answer. I appreciate it. I have a heavy South Detroit accent. Oh, wow. Cuddling is key. I do like cuddling. I'm not saying we shouldn't do it. I just don't know how I'm going to feel in a relationship. I don't. When I was younger, I felt like I needed to be in my man's skin, and I still have that type of feeling, but I sometimes, but I also see the power and the value of some space. I want to find the balance. I think that that's fair for all parties. Would you cheat or are you the loyal type? Oh my God, I'm a loyal lover girl to fault. If I lock in, that's it. I'm good. I don't need to be entertained by a lot. I'm not into that. I'm very loyal. So you want all the benefits of being a wife without really being a wife? No, of course not. I would love to, baby. No, that's not what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying too, guys. We got to think about real human design, not what they told you about marriage or what marriage should be. Let's start making some sense of things as the way they're playing out, right? Real human design. the real things that we're going through, really starting to realize what people need, what people like. Like, it's okay to color outside the lines a little bit. What you were taught about marriage, how are you 100% sure that all of that is exactly right and it needs to be done that way? Could that be part of the problem? How young would you date? Mm. I think, let's see. I think I don't know, I think 34. Um, Loyal when your eyes closed. That's right. 10 toes down, baby. Imagine sleeping and your girl in the other room. I'd be so lonely. I get so lonely. Um, Keep relationships spicy by not feeling that since you got the prize, you shouldn't continue to pursue their love by not feeling that. Yes, continue to pursue. That is great. Mixed swagger. And it is very true. And I encourage people because I've also had couples as clients. All of this is an inside job. You are so capable of that. It's just, do people know what keeps them from keeping that type of thing alive? Do you know what I mean? Um, what's your name? My name is Jamie. Oh, you're 33. Where are you coming from? Bone Thugs and Harmony. That was my favorite in high school. Look out, leave the kids home. Yeah, so I started out this live by sharing, do we know what our upper limits are?